So there's a guy wanted some information on how I ran this Cummins. It's a 2002 24 valve on without the just on an independent harness kind of thing. So there's just a few wires you got to put power to. You've got red with green, red with white, green with black, brown with white, and then this solid red wire is just my power wire. And then there's a wire coming off the starter. It's just a brown wire. This is the normal Dodge, like the factory Dodge wire coming off the starter, and you just put power to each of these wires and then you power the starter and it'll turn over. I forgot to mention this before. There's this black with brown wire. You can't see it that good right now. You need to ground that, and I think there's like 6 black with brown wires, but they're all ground wires, so I assume you can ground any of them, but I can't remember what made me ground this one specifically. I think it was pinned out into the ECM plug, so that's why I did it. The first time I had this engine running without this all together, I just took spade connectors, and on the ECM plug, right where is it? I think this is it here. On this plug here, I just put a bunch of spade connectors and alligator clips on the pins inside of this that corresponded with the wires coming out, and then I put the necessary power and ground to each one. Also, the reason I am running this engine again is because first time I ran it, it was pulling the pedal right to the floor, but I had the brake lines off, and I figured that it was because the brakes weren't bled. So I really made sure the brakes were bled, and I'm gonna try and run it again. And then if that doesn't work, I'll probably check the seals on the pistons on each wheel. I don't know if that's the correct term, but I'm gonna check and see if everything's sealed on each wheel. This truck has 398,000 kilometers, and it wasn't treated very nicely, but I didn't pay much for it. That's why it's my project now, and I'm not too worried about letting it sit. But I want to get it done by hopefully the end of the well, by summer. That's my goal, but guess we'll see. I haven't had much time.